Alrighty then. Let's bring this over. Actually, need to reposition the mic again. See, that's what happens when you smack stuff around on your desk, right? Alrighty then. Okay, so last time we were here on Deep Space Panda. Maybe we should call it Deep Fried Panda. Not sure here yet. Oh, let's see. Alright, so yeah, we actually, last time we were together, we found a SEMS base, which apparently has been ordered to move on. So they left their navigation beacon here, but yeah, that little mining outpost is no longer here, which means we have to come up with a decision, or I should say we have to make a decision. So the question is do we rebuild the ship that we have? Do we maybe build a small station for the interim and then basically mine the hell out of the resources that we have? Which is something I would probably like to do, but realistically, we don't know when the orcs are going to show up again. So I don't know if we have enough time to do that. The other thing that we can do is we build a small mining craft, like really quick. I mean, we're just talking cockpit, a couple of thrusters, and some drills, you know, and obviously like a medium cargo container. Just something very small, very very basic. Get some resources going, and we basically just try and get it up and running fast enough to grab some of the resources in the general area to get us up and going. Because I think, let's see here, for ingots, this is basically what we're not using right now. So we do need to add some nickel, and we need to add a lot of gold. We were able to actually recover some of the platinum, quite a bit of platinum, honestly. Iron's not a problem. Silver realistically isn't a problem right now. Silicon is fine. So magnesium we want, gold we need, and nickel we want. And then obviously organics we need to add in there too at some point. But yeah, so we've got a bunch of like nickel around us. And so that's what I'm thinking is I'm thinking we may just go ahead and you know what, let's just go ahead and build the small, we'll just build a small mining vehicle really quickly. I was able to get most of a hangar back online, and we're going to go through the ship because we can. So the ship is once again airtight, which is good. We are missing, you know, 1/3 of our power production, but it's okay. I would rather have the ship airtight and cargo flowing. So all the cargo is actually connected back through. The hangar on the port side over here is actually up and running now. Let's put our helmet on. So we've rebuilt part of the exterior on this. Now, we haven't rebuilt the interior yet, so we're still missing some blocks. In fact, we're just going to go ahead and get those back in here now. And you are a regular block. Yeah, but yeah, you can see just how much of a beating we took. The orc warboss just completely decimated us. But, you know, at least it was entertaining, right? So, I'm thinking the only thing we really need in here at this point is, I think everything else is, like, we're airtight otherwise. All those are welded up. Yeah, so basically we just need some the doors, the hangar doors in here. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. I am not going to worry about what designs are there, I think. Yeah, and I started placing some point defense turrets back in as well, just to give us a little bit of protection from missiles. Oh, actually. So, which door are you? So we've got 3 of the window doors, so we need that one. It would be nice if they showed these in full extension when you're replacing them. But, you know, do what we can with what we got, right? Hangar door 2 and your hangar door 1, I'm guessing? Yeah, hangar door. Okay. I wasn't going to worry about the design on them, but you know what? May as well. And your hangar door. Alright, so let's go ahead and get you back in. And sure. I'm guessing, what are you missing? You're missing computers and construction components, huh? You're missing a lot of computers. Okay. Apparently we've lost gravity out here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this. Zach, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You're almost done with our plates finally. Okay, so we need computers. I'm just going to have it crank out like 1,000 computers, and we'll have this. Well, you're producing those still. We'll have you doing like actually, just have them do like 5K. We've got like over 400K iron, so I'm not gonna skimp on the things that we need, you know, especially the stuff that's iron only. Oh. All right, so that gets us this area. So now we do have one jump drive online. I really probably should have told Bob to ignore the one over there, but we have this one is slowly being fixed. Oh, it actually only needs 2 gravity components. Okay. Well, if that's true. Let's see here. You are producing those. Alright, so instead of that, let me have you make... you're using gold. I'll have you make 10 for now. It only needs 2, but I may need to get another gravity generator online, because I don't know if this one... So, you're pushing out gravity. But there's no gravity here. Alright, so we've got gravity somewhat out here. And that's where it cuts off. Alright, do we have gravity all the way back? I'm gonna have to adjust gravity. Hey man, just remember, the lovers dig scars, man. Alright, so that's mostly up. Do I have... Oh, I've just got a couple of plates on me. Alright. Hey, looks like our other jump drive is finally online, right? Okay, so are you charged? No, you are offline, not charging. Okay, so we want you to be turned on and charging. Oh, you are actually turned on. Okay, you are full too. Awesome. I thought it lost its charge. I guess because it survived, it kept its charge? Alright. Anyway, let's talk about this little ship. So what I'm thinking here, we're gonna have to get all of those doors grouped up again. How do I want to do this? Your doors aft. You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and open those. That way we don't have to deal with it later. It's kind of dark in here. Maybe I'll open up the aft ones too so we can get some light in here without having to put a bunch of lights in. That is such an amazing image. I mean, look at that. Oh. Yeah, I've got a few, but glad to hear you're healing up there, man. Surgery is, while we may make jokes about it, surgery is never fun. Okay, so, yeah, I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put lights in. And I will probably just do I just want to do interior lights. Let's grab some components. Construction components, look at that. Let's go ahead and grab like 100 of these. Alright. So yeah, we need to get the... Actually, we came in from that way, we can go out that way. It's fine. We don't need to go back through the entire ship. Alright, so... Like I said, thankfully the SEMS station stayed around long enough for us to get, you know, the fires put out, get the ship sealed up. There's a couple of design things that we're going to do. We're going to make some changes to the large ship. But I think what we're going to do is start planning a little bit longer term. Hey, Jonas, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, so I do think what we'll do longer term, well, short term, we're going to strip basically everything to this area, like to this line, back, maybe even back to there. We'll leave the lower section in, but we're going to resculpt the front end. I'm going to put weapons on it. We're going to put more shielding in. Oh, we're going to put shields in. And I also want to set up a little bit more proactive defensive measures, like having beacons, or specifically decoys, on launchers. I want to get some of this stuff out of here so that we can actually be a little bit safer. Which is going to require us to have some sacrificial batteries. So if we run into another one of those war bosses, I want to be able to survive it, even if it's just running away. But first, let's get some lighting in here. It's a shame actually you are... Which ones of you are large grid, I wonder? You're large grid, you're large grid. Wait a minute, we can put a light bar in? Oh, that is... Okay, yeah, we're doing this. This is still going to be a thing. Oh, can I get away with... I'm wondering where can I put this to make it have the best effect. Probably here. Where's the middle of the line? I don't remember how long this place is. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Excuse me. So that would mean 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we do that, it would technically be there. Do I have anything that I can... you stick out there and there. So if I did one here... I mean, I guess I could just do those if we really wanted to be funny about it. Because then we do 1, 2, 3. Third in from the end. Be 1, 2. So it would actually go there. Well, it won't fit there, so we'll do one here. That'll get welded up there. And actually, you know what? Let's move it over 1 block. 1 block? Move it over 2 blocks. So it was here. So we're going to go 1, 2. And that should have it overlap, right? And we say, for instance, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should get us most of the light in here overlapping. All right. Yeah? Okay, so I do have my defensive turrets turned off so it doesn't attract hostiles, but... Alright, so we actually have some light in here now. That works. Okay, so we can at least see what we're doing. And that's what's important. Everything else works itself out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a... I'm gonna have to put something with computers on it so it has an actual ownership. That assertive is getting kind of close. All right, so actually, you know what? I'm just gonna turn the build systems off entirely for now. Okay, so it's going to fly close, but it shouldn't aggro us. Oh, and then like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to build a very small, very quick ship. Hopefully. Maybe. All right, there it goes. Pod bay doors. Well, you know, we do have the gates. We could put gates in. Hey, Brian, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Oh, all right. Yeah. And I usually, like I've said before, I usually take these up about 4 blocks when I'm doing these types of builds. So we want O2 generator. We want cargo. We need a flight seat of some kind. All right, so I'm thinking we'll do the rover cockpit on this. Right, so we can get rid of that. Let's pull this one in and this one in, see which one we like better. So small connector on the top, no connectors anywhere else. It's you know, it's got actually good visibility on it. Let's see what else we have. We have this little beastie, which is, they're absolutely hilarious, but there's unfortunately no hookups on it for conveyor. So this has conveyors, but it's open. This has a bunch of, it's got one on the bottom, 2 on the back, so we could put the O2 generator directly on the back of this, facing the cargo pod. And then we could have the drills come off the bottom of here and split off. So basically we'd put in a couple of conveyor junctions. Let's see here. That one would just be stuff on the back, which might not be bad. I actually like the visibility out of some of these, but... And then you have this beast. Let's go with this one. We'll go with the round one. It's been a while since I've used one of these. And you'll see why here in a second. So we're going to do that cockpit. There's a large connector on the bottom, well, a medium connector on the back of it. Which means we can then go O2. And I need... O2 is going to go in. We can drop that out. And I want a conveyor block. I want this conveyor block, I think. Do I want that conveyor block? I think I want that conveyor block. All right. Because with this conveyor block, we can do that. We can then say, I want to go take that out. We're going to put in a little conveyor right there. And you'll see why in a second. Hopefully you'll see why in a second, at least. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to mount this thing, yeah, like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to run the conveyor piping from here, basically from there. So we could actually run it. Yeah, we can do this like that. Do the same thing on this side to there. And that will pipe us in. We then have side connectors on this where we can attach the drills directly to it. Do I use mods? Yes, yes I do. We're actually using a bunch of mods in this particular save. It just depends on the series as to what we're doing. This one's got a lot of mods because of the fact that we have a lot of ridiculously hostile AI turned on, including things like the orcs, which is why my ship looks the way it does currently. I got a little overconfident with the ship. Had been beating the hell out of the orcs and was like, oh, okay, let's go take on a war boss. And the war boss came back and said, yeah, let me show you why this is a bad idea. And then for the cockpit mod, that is actually Spacebar. That is this one, Cockpit Emporium. The links for the mods that I'm using in this playthrough are actually in the description of the live stream. And for the folks who are watching this as a VOD, it'll be in the description of the video there. But these are all the cockpits that you can use. And they do have some that are, actually I think for his, I think they're all small grid. Yeah. They're all small grid for his stuff. I mean, I think he's got one or two that have a large grid equivalent. Yeah, like the ship's wheel. This thing is hilarious if you've never seen it. It is a water going like an old school ship's wheel. So let's get in here. We're going to do some cargo. So we've got our O2 generator. I'm going to grab... See, we've got small cargo containers. I could use this. This is a 3x1, or a 3x3x1 cargo container.
Energy low.
And it says, oh, it's not available for small ship. It lies. Look at that. It lied to me. Cargo. Oh, no, it didn't lie. I was just illiterate. Okay. So, all of you. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go into you guys. You're a bunch of hydrogen tanks. We don't need that right now. GSI? No. Federal Industrial. So we want this to be... Okay, so how big is that? Alright, that's a little overkill for the ship. Yeah, that's just a wee bit of overkill. Okay, yeah, no, we'll just go with regular cargo containers. Wow, that was overkill. Okay, let's see here. All right, so I need to plan connectors. I think connectors are going to be on the top. So we want one of the large connectors up there. We need a large connector on the front. Do we want a large connector on the back? Because if we do... Because what I was thinking was I could future-proof this where we mount the systems like this so that we can load on welders. We could put welders on it. Yeah, they did bring all the DACA to the yard. So I had something like 15 point defense lasers that were thankfully shooting down the missiles, and he still almost cut me in half on his main salvo. It didn't help that I had a ship that had some explosive materials on it, and it detonated and just literally decimated the other side of the ship. The other hangar is basically completely gutted at this point. It's like, it's not, honestly, it's not worth rebuilding unless I'm going to rebuild the entire thing. So if I do this, I can eventually put welders on easier. But that means the connector becomes a pain in the butt because I don't have any medium connections that I can use. Of course, I don't really need... Since we have that, we could run piping back over the top. Because it's only going to be... Because the drills are only going to be processing ore. And so what I could do is that would put our connector on the bottom, or I could put it on the top and do it that way. So if I do that, do I? Oh, I do still have a seat over here. Okay. Yay! They didn't shoot my little passenger seat. Okay, so what I'm thinking is if we do what we have now, if we go with this, right? Let's get back in here. And we say connector, right? So if we do the connector here, we can have something like this where it comes out. Comes up, comes up. And oh, that. So that pipes through. That'll let us get the ore from the drills that'll be stacked here back through this grid, in through here and into the container. And then we have the large connections here and on the other side, so that if we need to put welders on this thing at some point, we can do that too. And I don't see any hostiles on radar, so this is good. Now we need propulsion. And so we grab the drills really quick. Grab that out. Alright, and you are going to go there, I believe. And it might actually come forward one. Let me check. Make sure I've got nothing in my queue. Okay. Ah, damn it. I really wish you could turn off the survival kit for queuing up items. I don't know why it started doing that, but it is, and it's rather annoying. Okay. So we'll let that go for now. And I need that to be fully welded up before we weld these up, because I want to make sure I've got those attachment points correct. I don't use this cockpit often, so. There we go. And I think that is actually too far back. Let's take those off for a second. And we're going to replace this, yeah, that's right. Okay. So now we should be able to hold that up. Let's hold this up. We get that online, get this online. All right. And then just to show you what the view looks like in here, we've got lots of cameras and we've got an amazing view. We're shooting at what? What are you shooting at? Why are you... Oh, don't pick... What is... What's going on? Oh, you guys are shooting at each other. I forgot Ichor and SEMS don't like each other. Making sure my guys aren't actually the ones shooting. I thought I turned off all the turrets. Okay. Yeah, SEMS... Everybody hates SEMS except me. So the way that it works is there's collision on the edge on both sides here. So this block, and that block are all eligible connections. Or actually, it's just those two blocks. Right. So if you notice here, this thing actually has mountable collision in a lot of places that you normally wouldn't have it. That's the only reason it worked on that one. It's really just knowing where things are. Okay, so we're gonna get that going. I'm gonna get these first little bits in. All right. I need to get my gravity fields sorted out. I don't know what happened with those, but. Components with withdrawn, that's good. And this is just to make sure I have all of my connections set up properly. Everything looks like it's piped in where it needs to be piped in. If it doesn't like that connection for some reason, we'll pipe it in through the back here. But what the idea was is that I would have this be like, if worst case catastrophic thing, we can have this separate if we need to, so we can actually recover pieces. But we'll see. We'll see how it all actually works out. And then we're gonna go. I'm gonna use the new batteries because I like the new. These things just look nice. All right, and it's like they look nice and they're compact enough that you can get away with putting them in pretty interesting areas and not worry too much about them. And then that leaves that open, so if we need to pipe through, we can. Alright. And that gives us 2 batteries. I think I'm going to go with a 3rd battery here. And I may need more drills, but we'll figure that out later. Okay, but for now, let's get we're gonna do some ion thrusters on this thing. Let's go with the warfare ones. I like the new thrusters. I think they look nice. And what we'll probably do is if we go like so, can I get, oh, perfect. So I can do one like that, one like that, and that will allow us, because I'm out of steel plates. All right, it's fine. Plates are one thing that we have in quantity now. Right. Okay, so if we then go we're doing one there, one there, and then we can lay our horizontals there and there. And we can do the same on the other side. The trick is going to be getting the gyros in and our braking thrust. So, because I'm thinking for braking thrust, actually, can I get, you're 2x, right? You are, so we can actually put, can I get away with that there, or is that going to have to come down one? I think I might have to come down one. That may end up having to come down like that if I want to do those. Otherwise, I mean, I guess I could if I just wanted to really cheese it. Let's go really cheese. We'll do that. I mean, it's not like we need this thing to be able to stand on its nose, right? Alright, so that gives us vertical, horizontal, ascent, descent, retro, propulsion, laterals. Yep. So we got laterals, we got that. Okay, I think that's everything. And that leaves us safe, that we can put things on the side if we need to. So let's hop in here for just a second. I'm going to do a quick group up of all of these. And we're going to turn those off.
Energy critical.
Yeah, I know energy's critical. It's fine. All right. So let's go ahead and get that in there. We'll get that welded up. But it's nice seeing, I'm glad to see I-Core in the area, because if we have I-Core and we have SEMS, if anybody shows up, those guys will probably attack it before we have to. So, and actually when I get all of these turned back on, what are you working on? Bob's welding something up. No clue what Bob. Oh, he's welding up the defense turrets. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, you can see just. Alright, so it looks like Bob is actually welding all of this up. Let's talk about the front end here. I do think I'm going to sacrifice most of this section. I mean, this is, you can see just how badly the war boss beat us down. I mean, that he destroyed a shield. We had a large shield generator on board that was set to basically be overpowered. So it was using all of our batteries and everything. But yeah, that's, I mean, it really did just rip us apart. Okay, so Bob is slowly but surely getting all of this stuff up and running. I need to get some gyros on here. Let's see. Where do I want to put a gyro in? Where can I put a gyro in? I can put a gyro in there. I need an ore detector on this thing as well as an antenna. So we can do that. I think we're going to go with the overclocked ore detector and not use the radio spectrum, radiograph. You're never going to... The idea is that you will never be in a planet atmosphere. What do you need? We'll go El Cheapo, because why wouldn't we? Alright, so we do that. want that. Just a little bit of greebling. Alright. And this is probably a really bad idea having the orcs flying around, but yeah, we'll just go ahead and drop it in there. Yeah, we'll drop it there. It's fine. Alright, so all of our batteries are online. All of our batteries are online. Looks like all of our thrusters are welded up. Our antenna is welded up. And yes, that is an antenna mod, by the way. Animates the antenna for us, makes it look interesting. We've got a gyro on board. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to future plan here. We're going to do this, and I'm going to do this. It's always good to have a remote block on your ship, even if you're not expecting to use it. Yeah, okay. Mainly because of the fact that you never know when something's going to go absolutely critically wrong. And so it's usually nice to have one just in case. All right. And then for this, because we're here, what I'm going to do is actually set the large display to use a script. And I want you to give me, where is it at? Power chart. There you go. Wait for it to... That panel may be too small for it. I was hoping I'd be able to get the nice power chart out of that, but I guess not. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, we'll do no content then. Oh well, it was worth a try. Alright. Okay, so everything looks good. What I'm thinking is that we'll end up with, I'll go ahead and connect it in there. I should have enough room. Let's see how this thing handles. All right, so first things first. We want that over. That over here. We want to toggle those blocks. You three are going to be in a group. Batteries. Save. What else do I need? I don't think I need any of the other stuff. Right, so, oh, I need a connector. No, that's not what I want. I want it to be recharge on off. Actually, no, I do need to do this. Okay, because I need to rename this one so I know which one it is. So you are going to be, that one you are going to be switch lock. I want ore detector. You're going to be an on off. And we'll leave, I think we'll leave that alone for now. And then I want my tools over here. Okay. So let's do that. We're going to take this off. Take this stuff out. And do I want to put a landing gear on it? Because if I put a landing gear on it, I can use it as a tug. Of course, if I'm going to use it as a tug, I'm going to want... No, we'll do a purpose-built tug later. All right, so let's take this thing out, see what we're looking at for power usage. All right. If nothing else, we have an escape ship. Okay. It handles pretty good. And since we're in deep space, connector, I need to get you turned off. Should be about there, I think. Nope. Needs to go a little bit further forward. I thought I had those spaced more appropriately, but I guess not. Alright, so let's back this up. There we go. So we can do that, we can do that, and we are going to set that to specifically charge. But that gets us a new ship. Well, it gets us a new miner at least. Small utility craft. Alright. And so what I was thinking is maybe if we put a landing gear on this, I'm thinking about actually coming over here and detaching this jump drive and relocating it over there. And I could probably detach, because once that jump drive is relocated, I can basically get rid of that entire hangar space, and we'll just grind that all down for parts. Maybe just put like a small docking pad or something over here. And then that way we can park our utility craft outside. Hey Jeremy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. All right. So now that we have that sorted out, let's have Bob take some of this stuff apart for us. What do I want to do? We'll go 1, 2, 3. So out to here maybe. So this entire outer line is definitely going away. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that's all going to go away. And what we're going to do is we're going to repurpose this area a little bit. Alright, so if we do that, this is all basically going to collapse in. So I just need one space here. This is going to be the transition point. So I think everything from here back can go. And that's going to come back to here. So all of that's going to go away. And then on this side, there's one. So this can go away. All right, so that's, we did 2 and then the third one goes away, right? So it's 1, 2, third one goes away. So everything on this line. All of that and everything out past that. Alright. What we'll do is we'll probably end up coming back. Like I'm sure I'm going to have missed something in this mess, but so that's all going away, that's all going away. And that needs to go away. Alright, and here's centerline 1, 2, so third block, right? 2 blocks. So that's all good. So it's this stuff here is going away. Yeah, we did all the way back here. All right. And yeah, like I said, basically we're going to resculpt a lot of this. Actually, I guess we can take all of this out too. Let's take that piece out. I need to be careful because that I don't want to go away. That's going to stay. Okay, so let's change our paint up really quick. So we can do that and that. And we can start taking some of this other stuff out. And I think... Okay, so is there any place down here that it's actually attached through? You're attached through there. So that means if I take... Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so I can take these blocks out and not detach the grid. Take that out. And again, these can come out without detaching, because you're connected through all of that. This is all going to come out. And that entire block comes off. And can I do the same here? And hopefully not pull the other crap out. Oh, that's exactly what I want. Okay. Perfect. And that's going to come off. That's going to come off. All right. And we'll let Bob deal with all of that for right now. Okay, so do we have anybody hostile with us coming in? No. Cool. All right, so what we're going to do with this area, I'm going to add gyros, a bunch of them. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take this stuff out. I'm going to take that out for now. That section is actually holding us all together. So we'll take you out, take you out. Do I want to go ahead and just take these out too? I think I'm going to go ahead and take these out too. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make this more of a warship, I guess would be about the best way to say it. So we're going to add some cannons on this thing, basically. And I'm thinking we're probably going to have, say, 2 railguns and 2 of the artillery pieces. That'll be fixed firing forward, so that we'll basically be able to get the ship, use the ship, without having to worry about the turrets. We will rebuild, I think we're going to rebuild that turret down there. I may even build another one. I might build one up on top. Alright, so if we do that, and we go... I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to get... Alright, so let's go with that. That's 1, right, 2, 3, yeah. I'm wondering if I'll be able... I'd have to put it there, I think. I'm just trying to figure out where would I have to place the merge pad, for this whole thing to work. Oh, and for those who don't know what I'm talking about, we have these little weld pads, these guys. What they do is they surface mount to the point that you want to attach. They basically work like a merge block. So you place one on the grid that you're mounting to, and you put one on the item that you're trying to mount to that grid, and when they get into the proper alignment, they will auto-connect. And when they do, it merges the two grids together permanently for you. So that way you can pull off the device that you want and put a device back in. Alright, so what I'd have to do then... Okay, yeah, let's go put a... Okay, let's do it this way. We're going to go ahead and put a landing gear on this. And I want you to be... I think I actually want you back one. Our verticals are there, so what we're going to do is we're going to do... let's turn you that way. How far back can I take? Oh, I can actually take you all the way back there. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that to work. Let's do that. That just looks better. All right. Bob can weld that up. We can come in here. We can grab our gear, and this is going to be the minor tug landing gear. And we want auto lock to turn off because we don't want it grabbing onto things that we don't want it to grab onto, at least until we've got it ready to go. Okay, so if we do this, so let's switch our battery. We're going to undo that. Make sure we actually have clearance. All right, so if this works, which I'm hoping it does, we'll end up with another jump drive attached on that other hangar side. And then, like I said, we'll be able to scrap this entire area. I don't know what we're going to do with this side yet. I haven't decided. I may put, like, countermeasures or something in here. I could put a, I don't know, maybe put a gravity cannon or something in. That might be interesting. We haven't built one of those in a while. Alright. So now we're going to park the ship right here for just a moment. You know what? Let's have Bob do some of this work for us. That can go away. Okay. All right, so if we have Bob take those two out, actually. Yeah, we'll go ahead and have Bob take that stuff out. Now, we want to be far enough forward that we can pick this thing up. Gear. Thank you. Switch lock. And we want to be close enough that we can pick it up. Not so close that we smack it into the ship. There we go. The tugboat. Soon we'll be making another haul. Do I think this is going to work long term? No. I think this thing's going to blow up and kill us all, but, you know, we'll see how this works. The tugboat. So what I may need to do is, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get this in where it needs to be. Looks like I'm not quite squared up. So let's see how well this works. Because what I'm going to have to do is, I'm going to have to do this very carefully, honestly. Yeah, I think we're going to have to... Let's have Bob take all of this stuff out for us. Basically, we're going to do the same thing we just did on the other side, just in reverse. That can come off. And we'll just replace all of this. Who is attached and who isn't? You are attached. So we'll do that. And then we're going to do the weld pad. Doesn't matter what color we do these. We're going to put the weld pad there. And we're going to do another weld pad here. Alright. Alright, so we're not in gravity. Okay, we're actually pretty squared up. That's surprising. Alright, so once these are actually welded up and we get them close, what they'll do is they'll actually tell us what our rotation and distance and everything is for alignment, so that we can get these into place. Maybe forward just a bit too far. Alright, so let's actually give us a little bit of space there and see if this works. Alright, so you're going to have to come back a little bit. You're going to have to bring yourself down. Whoa. That's a whole lot of mass I'm hauling around. I really don't want to mess this up. Alright, so you'll see a little meter that pops up here in a second when I get them close enough. Let's go that way. Yeah, I don't really have the gyro power for this, but see if we can get just a little bit closer. There it is. And I guess you didn't see it because I had the simple UI turned on. Sorry about that. So we now have those in place. Okay. And so now we can replace all this stuff. Ah. Come on. Really? Damn you space engineers. All right. So yeah, but now they're attached. So if you ever need to move parts, that is a I forgot the name of the mod, but it's in the playlist. Right. We get that out. But so the reason we had to do that, or we didn't have to do that, I mean, I could have ground it down, but I have a mod in called All Scrap. And then there's an additional mod that I have in called All Scrap Found Your Crap. So All Scrap, when you use that mod, anything you grind down, you only get scrap parts back for. You don't get any of the components. With the All Scrap Found Your Crap mod, you actually get a portion of the components back, depending on the tier of tool you're using. Basically, the higher tier tools are actually faster. So what happens is you get more scrap, less components, the higher the tier is you go. So if you use the absolute basic grinder, you end up with more material back than if you use the speed drills or the speed grinder. All right, so that has happened. That means we can. You know what? Let's go ahead and. Oh, forgot. Let's go ahead and get the. Do we want to put point defenses in over here? Because we're going to have turrets in. I do think so, yes. See, I didn't have them over here before because we had the railguns on this. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put the railguns back on it or not. Alright. We'll have to think about that. Alright, so our jump drives are back online. Do I just want to go ahead and cut that hanger loose and just paint it all pink and let Bob just take it all apart? That might be an idea. In fact, I think we're going to do that. Sergeant Gunslinger, yes, it adds a negative to the enhanced drill, or into the enhanced grinders. And it's true for the ship grinders as well. You get most parts back by hand grinding. So, I want to say the mod author made a comment basically stating that the idea is that the more control you have over the items that you're using, like the tools that you're using, the better the return is for the components, because you aren't just, speed grinding through things. You're able to do detail work. That should cut that mostly loose. It feels really weird taking this off after we spent all that time and effort putting it on, but you know what? Reality is we have something that we need to fix, and we need to be able to get this out of here and running. Okay, that looks like you're completely free and clear. Yes. All right. Get up here and go. Boop. There we go. And we'll have Bob tear that entire thing down. All right. And we have a lot of Bobs, so this shouldn't take too long. All right. And while Bobs are working on that, I am going to go grab some nickel. Actually, there's ice over there too. What do you have? Ore detector. Oh, thank you. That's going to kill our power, but that's okay. Ice, iron, nickel. We don't really need the ice right now, but we do need the nickel. But yeah, I actually am finding that mod adds a lot to Space Engineers that I really didn't realize, or I didn't think about before, as being important. Oh, I don't have lights on this. I knew I forgot something. Alright, let's see how well you do about clearing space for us here. And it is just close enough that it looks like we don't have to worry too much about the stuff in the middle, but we will need to do some rotational mining. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. Oh, thank you. The original ship I actually captured. There was one of the random POI ships that showed up, and I was able to get in and disable the defense systems before it blew up. And so we've been, after we captured it, we repurposed it. So while I'd love to take credit for the overall ship, I can really only say I added the hangars and I did some renovations to it. Let's see, are we actually getting nickel? I don't know. We got stone. Let's see what we got in here. Ore. Nope, not grabbing any nickel yet. But yeah, it's a nice ship. I actually like the ship. I'm very upset that the orcs did as much damage to it as that they did, but not their fault. Well, I mean, it is their fault, but it's not my fault for picking the fight, so. Alright. And yeah, we need to add some lights to this thing. Actually, the interior of the ship actually is set up in modules. They're mostly cargo. We have one of the modules in the front. We retrofit it to be our food production, because we are running a mod in here that requires you to have food, drink, and sleep. All of those things actually, and they have game impact if you don't. Food and water, you'll start taking damage over time. For sleep, you'll actually start losing control of your character, which is really disconcerting the first time it happens. But the screen will start blacking out and stuff. Basically, your character being overtired. And I think if you go long enough without sleep, you'll actually start taking damage as well. Even if you're, like, fully fed. So our container is not too bad, but yeah, I'll take you through the ship here in a minute. How much ore is that? 16k nickel. It's a lot of stone, so we're gonna get some more nickel out of that. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and let's fall back for now. Because, I mean, this is only a couple hundred meters from us, so it's not like it's miles of flight time here. So the basic ship is the two outriggers there, the central column out to the front. What I ended up doing was basically gutting the interior of this lower section to put in 2 full refineries down here. There's a bunch of assemblers in there as well, and then the conveyor network to support it all. Added this turret in, and then added the 2 hangar spaces on the front sides. And then we've done other renovations on the interior as well. So when you get the ship, it doesn't actually have jump drives on it. Has a bunch of warheads, though. I think I pulled like 10 warheads off this damn thing. Oh. Alright, so let's level that out. We should be pretty good. Turn off that ore detector. There it is. Alright, so we have that. Turn off our thrusters, and we'll set our batteries to recharge. Alright. Alright. So let's go ahead. I'm going to check and see if we can actually get this whole thing to pressurize now. I think the exterior is mostly repaired. Oh, I forgot I need to get those doors in there, don't I? I need a control panel. Control panel, thank you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should all be port side forward. I'm not even gonna go through the hassle of trying to remember which ones are upper and lower. I don't care. I just want all of them closed. Yep, there they go. All right. Hey, our hangars are airtight. Awesome. I actually kind of like those that lighting. I might have to put something like some corner lights or something up in that side of the hangar just to get some light in here, but I actually like that the way that looks. So are you not holding atmosphere now? Okay, so something out here is still depressurizing. I don't know what. All right, so this holds atmosphere, so I have to figure out what it is. I've got a hole in that out in the hangar somewhere then. All right. All right, so let's get some light in here. Let's get that out. Really? What are you? Oh, little corner lights. That's cute. That's one of those. Let's put a couple of those in here. I don't think I've ever used these. It's probably from one of the light mods that I have, but yeah. Oh, those are bright. I wonder what the light settings on those are. Alright, that means we can do this. Go ahead and close this in. Basically just trying to get all of this stuff set up again. Alright, so what we were talking about before. This is the one of the forward sections. Those lights are actually really bright. I might have to change that. Wasn't expecting them to be quite that bright. But yeah, so each of these little modules, like each of the what you saw as modules outside, are basically storage areas. And then they have like power, or they may have some defenses. You know, so you can actually compartmentalize the entire ship. So one of the things that we lost, so what I had done is I had originally removed 2 cargo containers in here, put in 2 large reactors. So we lost one of our large cargo and our large reactor, which broke our network. All of this was like various points in time were destroyed. I can open this up. We'll head down into the bowels a little bit. Coming down here, I ended up putting a bunch of extra gyros in. I put a air vent in, and then down below there's actual assemblers, and I seem to be missing one. I had another assembler in there, or maybe I had a conveyor in there. I don't remember. I had something in there. But yeah, so all of this was actually run together, and there was a supply line in here, but it was going down into, I think, like a single assembler or something like that. I don't remember now. There's a reactor here. We have our programmable blocks. One of our that's the turret controls for the lower Bob's turret. I put in habitation stuff. The shower's still here. Okay. So, and then because we have the eat, sleep, and drink mod in, we have to be able to actually cook food, and so I had to put in a kitchen too. And so we have all of this miscellaneous stuff. And coming up here, I didn't do anything in here. I keep meaning to. And I may actually do something in here at some point. I'm trying to remember if that's being fed from behind it or if it's being fed from above or below it. Looks like it's being fed from behind. So if I pull that out, put in a conveyor junction network under it, I could put a full med bay in here. Yeah, Bob turret. Here, we'll go upstairs. And then I put habitation in here. Basically, they had something. I don't remember if that was. I think they were using the old defensive walls, like the partial walls for beds thing, or maybe the hallway passages for beds. I pulled those out and put actual beds in here as well. And then up here, I just didn't really do a whole lot except pull out the old programmable blocks that were in and put the turret controls on. But yeah, let me show you the Bob turret. Bob turret is this little beastie down here on the bottom of the ship. All right, it's right there. For those who don't know, we're referring to the build and repair, the Nanobot build and repair block. So what it does is it's a utility block that allows you to grind or weld as a player, but you yourself don't have to do it. So when you're playing single player, you can use it as a way of having support in there. The reason I have it set up as a turret, which I can actually reestablish now that we're mostly back together on the ship. Look at that. Oh, looking back at it, it's just like, man, we took a beating. All right. So let's go in here. Okay, so you guys are on the salvage turret. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have you... come on, scroll all the way down. Thank you. We're going to have you show area. And we are going to change some of this. Area width. All the way down. I want you to be... I don't know, let's go... we'll do 5 meters. Area height. No, I want the area height, area depth. There we go. That's also going to be 5 meters. All right. So what that allows us to do is we can then say, there we go. We do this, we do that, and then we say offset. I don't remember if this is I think it's the vertical offset. Yeah. And we have now just weaponized Bob. So anything that falls within that range, Bob will focus on, right? So what this allows you to do is to pinpoint accurate your Bobs, your the build and repair bots, so you can actually use them as a weapon. For example, and we're going to rotate a little bit. And trying to remember, I think that's on group 3. No. Group 2 maybe. Yeah, it's group 2. And we now have We have a lightsaber. So what that does is if you have a couple of bobs, you can actually say, I want to drill a hole straight through. Now, what we had on the front of the ship, in the section that is no longer a part of the ship, is we had 13 bobs set up like this. I think it was 13. And we were melting stations. We could fly by at like 10 or 15 meters a second and cut stations in half. Because there were so many bobs on board. And it was set up to be basically a cone fire. So it was a lot of fun. But because of that, I got a little cocky and took on a war boss, the Orc war boss, and he re-educated me as to why this was a bad idea. So yeah. Actually, I have to get the camera back up on there too. Yes, I have, actually. I don't use drill and fill mainly because of the fact that it's a little too overpowered, in my opinion, for what I do for series. Because it's a little too easy just to be able to basically you set them up, give them an area, and let them go. But yes, I have actually used it like this in the same manner. Which is one of the reasons why I haven't rebuilt the 13 bobs on the front of the ship. It was a little too OP. Yeah, but earlier in the series, I don't know, like maybe a week ago, a little over a week ago, so like five or six videos back, we were playing around with the saw on camera, and it was just, yeah, you would just kind of drift and just was deleting bases. Yeah, it re-educated me with a whole bunch of stuff. Let's just say I started remembering why I dislike orcs. It was only worse because Fade was here for part of it. So, for those who don't know, Fade's the one who built the orc ships. Worked in conjunction with Meredith and a few other folks on the overall mod. So yeah. So having one of the mod authors watch you get spanked by their mod was hilarious. Oh, and we can just do. So now the one of the reasons why you do something like this is because the way that the build and repair system works is that area that you see there, that band. It has criteria based on priorities for what it's going to grind down. The bigger the area, the more it has to scan, and the more that it'll cycle through in its processes. When you narrow the band down like this, you're telling it, I only want you to worry about this area. And so it speeds the entire process up. And since they operate at, I want to say, just slightly faster than default tools, so like the first chevron, what is that, the improved tools, somewhere between the basic tools and that first upgrade tool for efficiency and speed. So they work really, really fast comparatively, because they don't have to worry about positioning. They just go through and they rip stuff apart, and so you can build some pretty mean weapon systems with them. But because you can also set the offsets on them, you can do things that you might not be able to do. Like, you can get them out further than if you were using... actually, I need to reverse the numbers on that, it looks like. So if I do that, so yeah, I need to reverse the rotor. So if we go here, we're going to go... this one. And I need elevation azimuth. I want that to be -9. Yep. And that should give me... go back into controls. Yes. Okay. That's better. Yeah, if you could upgrade Bob, that would be bad. Yeah, I used to use Bob for all sorts of stuff. Like when the Droneville first came out, I actually used that mod for asteroid destruction. So you'd set it so that you basically build a ring of them, and you would have it set to a width of, say, like 5 meters, right, for each of them. And then you would have it for the max everything else. So you would have this giant flat plate that the Bobs would scan, and you have, you know, like 15 of the 20 of these things overlapping, and you could just fly past asteroids and melt them. Same principle. And then we go turn that off, turn those off. Since we have cleaned up space, we can bring that in. I need to fix that camera. Oh, no, the camera's gone. I guess Bob took the camera off since it was broken. But yeah. There we go. Oh, I just realized. Oh no, we parked the ship. Okay. I thought I left the ship parked in front of the hangar. It's like, oh, crap. All right. So that gets us most of that. Okay, so now that that's done, let's head over. We've got platinum. I'm not worried about. We just picked up a bunch of nickel. Actually, how are we doing for nickel now? Got a bunch of scrap. You need to be prioritizing that. Okay. So we're down to 1.2, so gold is what we need now. Alright, so let's see if we can find some gold. And I am using the azimuth overclocked ore detectors, which I may take off. I haven't decided yet. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to keep them. Mainly because of the fact that it doesn't seem like it works with the radio spectrograph mod any longer. Yeah, weaponizing Bob is always fun. You can come up with some pretty devastating things with the Bobs. And since they sometimes don't take faction hits... How am I doing for Cobalt? I don't remember. I know I have a display set up, so I don't even have to do this, but... Actually, do I still have my display set up? Yeah, I do. Oh, I don't have my my ore display set up anymore. All right. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is find magnesium is what I really want. There's ice up there. There's platinum over there. Let's head. I'm gonna head over towards the platinum area. And ever since we got rid of the other hangar and all of the Bobs up front, ship handles much better. Yeah, we need to find some magnesium. We've been fairly lucky that the orcs haven't showed up yet, and I'm starting to get a little paranoid because I'm not used to them not being here this much, given how much trouble we had with them on Wednesday. I've got some thrusters I need to replace out there, it looks like. And nickel and platinum. Don't really need the nickel or platinum, but I was hoping we'd find magnesium over here. So this is why I had the radio spectrometry mod set up. Hey, maybe it'll work now that I'm out of that spawn zone. That's a shame. I wonder what changed. Because we used to be able to... Because it used to work. Is there something blocking it now? Oh, you know what? There might be something blocking. Let me see. Well, technically, nothing's blocking. It should have line of sight. It should be. I have to check and see if something happened with the if the mod author made a change. But yeah. All right. Means we have to do it the old-fashioned way. We have to get within about 5K of it. Let's head this way. And I should probably think about fixing some of the exterior. Oh yeah. Let me get over here a little bit. It's sad, is that platinum's usually one of the things I'm always looking for. Yeah, we got lucky. We found some platinum early on, but because we don't have planets on this playthrough, at least not yet. I might add them in later. I haven't decided yet. That's an interesting looking rock. That doesn't look like that was completely random spawn there. Silver and ice. If that had been gold, I would have stopped. But alright, so let's head this way. Gold is what we're really looking for. Gold and magnesium. And nickel. Damn it. Alright. You know what, we need to get some... There's a bunch of things I need to fix on board the ship. Ice and nickel. It's like gold and magnesium are the two things that I usually never have problems finding. Alright, so let's talk about the radio spectrometry for a minute. Okay, so what it does is normally when it's working, you'll get a graph up here at the top where it says no asteroid detected, and you'll see it's a radio spectrometry graph. So you'll have a bunch of peaks and valleys in it, and what you're doing is you need to match the peaks to the as you called it, the punch card display down here, and you want at least 2 of them for it to be a probable. But yeah, realistically, by default, or by the mod description, you want all 3 of them. The problem is that the information you get back will depend on the ore detector you're using. Small grid ore detectors have more noise, so the peaks won't be as sharp. And you'll get a lot more background noise, where the large grid version of the ore detector will have less background noise with sharper peaks, so it's easier to find the resources. And it does ray casting out from the ore detector. But the ore detector and the display have to be on the same grid in order to see what the ore detector sees. Character needs a little bit of water. So that's more nickel. We'll fly through and see if we can nickel and ice. I probably should get the rest of the solar panels back on this thing, get the armor back up. Because, like I said, I need magnesium. Without the magnesium, everything else is kind of a wash. So I may end up heading down that way. So we'll see how this goes. Alright. But yeah, so I like playing around with some of these. Some of these mods are really cool. More nickel. It's weird to see just a single resource on an asteroid like that. All of those are still good, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Alright, well, doesn't look like there's anything over there. So we're gonna come around. And we'll come up this way. So what I may do is I may put a regular ore detector out on the front of the ship. And I may actually swap it out where that spotlight is down below. And see if that works any better. Let's see how. So what I'm looking for is an area that I can set up a small base temporarily. I think I do want to rebuild the ship. Like, just build a combat-focused ship. And take the fight to the orcs. Something they can hopefully drop their shields quick. Let's head over here. That would be a wasp coming in. Nickel and iron, I don't need either of those, so we're gonna Mayday Pirates, always fun. Let's not mess with the assertive guys for right now. I still haven't gotten that lower turret replaced. Looks like I didn't put down any extra defensive positions on there. More silver. We'll head that way, is, you know, for some reason silver and gold seem to spawn near each other. Maybe we'll get lucky. And of course not. Of course, there's a pirate mayday over there we could go mess with. Actually, I just realized I don't have shields on this thing anymore either. Oh, crap. Okay. We need to put a shield generator back on this. I actually have plates. Okay, that's fine. As long as I have plates, we can make everything else work. Now I'm trying to remember where I had this originally. I think I had it right here. I think that's where I had it. Need 400 field emitters, which I don't know if I have the material for, because I think I need gold for those. Nope. I know we have some. I need 70, huh? Alright, I might be able to do those. I don't remember what they require for parts. Require gold. 350 gold. How much gold do I have left? 63. Okay, do we have anything scrap-wise that we can... Preferably shield emitters. No, of course not. Do we have anything that actually uses gold? Oh, we have superconductors, don't we? How many superconductors? No, we don't have any superconductors. Crap. Probably used them for... Yeah. Used them for that. Alright, so... Yeah, we need to find gold then. That's not good. I mean, I don't even... Okay, so that's all. I want to check something really quick. I don't remember if I closed the door on the side. I did. Okay. Alright, so gold is definitely our priority at this point. Followed closely by magnesium. We will actually stop for either of those. Alright, so let's head... Alright, so... Let's see. I'm wondering if I want to jump back to our old base. I think we might be able to make that jump. Actually, what is our range for jump drives? 605 kilometers, huh? So not quite 3 jumps, just over 2 jumps. Full charge jumps. Because there's gold back there. This is probably a really bad idea. But we know that there's gold over there. Give me the... Damn. Yeah, this is a bad idea. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is a horrible idea, Hal. Yeah, horrible idea. But we're gonna do it. So all I can say is we're gonna get ready to run. So all right. We're gonna get going to about yeah, you know what? Hell with it. Let's go. We're going to go 100 kilometers or 100 meters a second. Just because we can. Refueling station. That might be worth stopping in the sea. There's definitely like a little ship or something over there. But I'm going to head back to our original base and see if we can grab some of the gold out of the asteroid there. You have found an asteroid cluster. Hey, thanks. help if you give me gold with it. If you're not giving me gold, you're not helping me out here, buddy. Come on. Oh, all right. So, oh yeah, I wanted to check and see. Oh, you know what? It's that guy right there is probably the problem for the. No, because the hallway is holding O2. So it's got to be something because the. All right, we're at 33%. We're definitely in I-core space. Nothing wrong with that. We don't hate each other, so that's a good thing. Let's see here. I do wonder. There's nothing there. It looks like it should be causing us to have an O2 leak on that side. That's iron up there. Yeah. It's probably a bad idea doing this while we're moving at 100 meters a second, but you know what? It's all good, right? So if we open that, we have O2. Alright, so I'm wondering if it's this. It might be that. No, it shouldn't be. Yeah, so it's something here is. Ah, that's why. It's right there. All right. Okay, remember, don't jump off at this point now. Okay, we want preferably that. Okay, and that should be, yes, that was it. Okay, the entire ship can now be left open so I can run around without finding an asteroid cluster while I'm moving this quickly and away from the cockpit seems like a bad idea. All right. But hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? We got the ship fixed. We figured out where the problem was. Silver, nice. Magnesium. Oh, magnesium. Urgh. Need to make space tracks. We have to wait for the jump drive to recharge anyway, right? Magnesium's what we need. Magnesium more than we need gold right this second. Well, like, I mean, relatively, I guess. Oh. We have mad drift going on. All right. There you go. Let's get closer to that guy, and then we will go grab some magnesium. Maybe we'll get lucky, and while we're over here, we'll find gold too. How awesome would that be? Alright. Now I want as much magnesium as I can get. There's a mayday out there, but we're not going to worry about the mayday because we have magnesium. We have much more important things to worry about than a pirate's mayday signal. Right. I don't know why I went out this way, but that's okay. It's fine. Wow. Just vented the ship again. All right. Oh, need to put the walkways back in here. Actually, while we're here. There. Let's try that again. All right. You need construction components. And one more. There we go. Hey, now we can safely get around out here. Close that down. And once that's closed, perfect. Not even worried about venting the space right now. So do that. Turn that to auto. Let's go out and grab ourselves some magnesium. Should probably turn those turrets on. So basically the reason I don't have the turrets turned on is because I don't want the ship picking a fight and not being able to get the hell out of here quickly. Lights. I keep forgetting to put lights on the damn thing. Alright, let's do a little bit of excavation first, and then we'll do some mining. Let's see. I'd love to have that actually on and working. So that way when we get back to the station next time, or back to the ship, we'll have some lights there. But for now, I just need like a little bit of light. And I need you to be sure. That works. Why not? Yep. You know, I'm not liking the fact that that sort of looks like he's actually heading straight for me. I'm suddenly having a very bad feeling about this. Oh, magnesium. Yummy, yummy magnesium. Yeah, I think he's heading straight for me. So, alright, so so we're gonna do that. Alright, he's a little closer than I would like him to be. So I think I'm going to go get on board the ship, because I want to see which way he's coming from. He's over there. That's not good. Okay. We might actually be close enough to aggro him. That would not be good. Let's get ourselves back in here. And I overshoot the ship. But we have... Yep, you're way too close. Okay. Yep, way too close. Oh, okay, you're flying away now? That's okay. We'll do that anyway, because we can. And we're gonna pack this up. And I think he's heading away from us. That's good. But I think that we are going to call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping and hopefully you enjoyed it. I know that it got a little slow towards the end because, well, we're running away from everything while we're waiting for materials. But I do need to find gold. So we'll see how that all plays out. Why am I no longer airtight? What happened? Space engineers. Really? Alright, anyway, on that note, we're going to get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you. We got a lot done. Actually got a lot more done than I was expecting to get done. And now I just have to go search for more gold again. And I am not even going to run through the ship. I am just going to come over here because I can. And Space Engineers has decided the ship is no longer pressurized. Okay. Yes. One of those days. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you back here on Monday. Be probably around the same time, which is 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. For those who are overseas, we are currently in GMT -8, so you can figure out from there. Anyway, I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Thanks once again, everybody, and we'll see you back here next time. As always, take care and be safe out there, everybody. And just because we can. Do 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 do.